Hey, hello, one and all. Good to have you with us on Red Barn Radio. I'm Bradford Becker. Tonight we are continuing on in the 21st season of Red Barn Radio, and we welcome you to show number 821. Blue Cactus, the North Carolina duo of Steph, Stewart, and Mario Arnez, make Dream Country, a blend of grit, glitz, groove, and twang that harkens comparisons eclectic and iconic as Bobby Gentry, Fleetwood Mac, and David Bowie. Their sophomore album, Stranger Again, released in 2021 on Sleepy Cat Records, saw Steph and Mario taking their sound to a new plane, mingling country rock and some psychedelia. The North Carolina duo have performed at several grand festivals, including Nelsonville, Red Wing Roots, Muddy Roots, and Hopscotch, and they shared the stage as support for an array of artists from The War and Treaty, Sarah Shook and the Disarmers, and Lily Hyatt, to Town Mountain, and Junior Brown, among others. We're so pleased to have them here with us tonight. Glad you're here with us. I'm Bradford Becker. You're listening to Red Barn Radio, and our guest this evening is the Blue Cactus Duo.
Turn out the light to feel you. See me alone in the dark. Don't it feel like the first time with you holding my heart? We'll pretend we're lovers, something more than friends. Right beside you, but I wanna be closer than where I wanna be all the time. Let me keep you wondering. I wanna be a stranger again. All your secrets, your stories, you can keep it all to yourself. Don't it feel like the real thing falling before we fail? To the ground, the autumn leaves breaking against her skin. Babe, it's cold outside, won't you come on in? On your mind, on your mind, I swear I wanna be all the time. Let me keep you wondering. I wanna be a stranger, wanna be a stranger, wanna be a stranger, wanna be a stranger again.
Good evening and welcome to Red Barn Radio. Wherever in the world you're listening, welcome to Roots Music Southern Style. Thanks to WEKU, Red Barn Radio's official radio partner, NPR for Central and Eastern Kentucky. Listen online at weku.org. Red Barn Radio is supported by Visit Lex, Lexington, Kentucky's Convention and Visitors Bureau. More information on what Lexington has to offer is at visitlex.com. LexArts, Lexington, Kentucky's premier cultural development, advocacy, and fundraising organization, working for the development of a strong and vibrant arts community as a means of enhancing the quality of life in Central Kentucky. Follow Red Barn Radio on Twitter and like us on Facebook. Here's the host of Red Barn Radio to tell us more about tonight's performers.
Their 2021 album, sophomore album, nabbed Blue Cactus enthusiastic attention from tastemakers, including No Depression, Talkhouse, and INDY Week, among others. Paste magazine says, if you've ever wondered where country and Americana music is going, look no further. Blue Cactus resuscitates a fleeting style of honest-to-goodness country music, and they put together that high, lonesome sound we know you love. As I mentioned moments ago, Steph and Mario have been sharing stages with some of your favorites like Lily Hyatt and Town Mountain and the great Junior Brown. Call a few friends right now to tune into our live stream that begins this moment. Our guest this evening is the Blue Cactus duo. You're going to be glad you stuck around, and your buddies will thank you. Welcome back, Blue Cactus.
Thank you.
You're a fine polished silver. You're aging ruby wine. I learned of the good life. I can't touch you.
Well, welcome. We are Blue Cactus. We are so glad to be here at Red Barn Radio. It's our first time ever here, first time ever playing in Kentucky, actually, so this is quite the treat. This song, I suppose, is just, inspired by quitting things that you really love. Maybe you can relate if you've ever given up something that you really enjoyed. Over the past couple of years, I personally gave up alcohol, and then I gave up coffee. And I'd say coffee was a lot harder than the alcohol. But anyway, the name of this one right here is called I'm Quitting Again, and nothing can stop me now. I'm beginning the end. The old times are new again. Been low and high, don't know that I can tell the two apart. But it seems to me like it's time to start. Quit and again. I'm quitting again for the first time today. But my oldest friend, he still wants to play. Take me by the hand, may this bottle never drop. But it seems to me like it's time to stop. Quit and again. I'm quitting again. Nothing can stop me now. But it seems to me like it's time to start. Oh, it seems to me like it's time to start. Well, this one was inspired by my granddad. I think my family might be watching at home, so they know who I'm talking about. He was the worrier of our family, which really meant that he worried for everybody, and you didn't have to worry about anything because he was taking care of it. And honestly, it drove us all crazy. But now that we don't have it anymore, we miss it a lot. And I think that's just the way it goes when you have something like that kind of drives you crazy, and then it's gone. Those are the things you miss. This one's called Worried Man. Ain't a song left to sing on a day cold and gray. Dark clouds gathered round, took my sunshine away. Got a hole in my heart and the sole of my shoes. Been going down the road too low to sing the blues. Where's the worried man to sing my song? Troubled mind to hold my head, ease the pain upon my brow, 'cause nothing in this whole world can save too poor to leave, too poor to try. Poor boy, when he gonna learn to say goodbye? Where's the worried man to sing my song? Troubled mind to hold my head, ease the pain upon my brow. 'Cause nothing in this whole world can save the worried man. It's a penny for a wish and $1 per the acre. Dig yourself a hole, but pay the undertaker. Too poor to live, too poor to die. Poor boy, hang his poor head and cry. Where's the worried man to sing my song? A troubled mind to hold my head, ease the pain upon my brow. 'Cause nothing in this whole world can, oh, nothing in this whole world can.
All right, this next song we're going to do was inspired by my time growing up in Southwest Florida and maybe not being able to find the art scene I was hoping to find at a certain point. And it was great growing up down there, but eventually I just felt that I need to move once I got my degree and all that, and had to get out of the Everglades at some point. I think my brain was getting fried. It was getting melted by the sun. So the song is loosely inspired by my time down there. I broke in the right bones, I cut all the right lines. I ain't fooling anyone, and I can try just to get me in a rental. But how did I get by and not be in your home? I was a rebel then, now I just get along. I was a rebel then, now I just get along. Too many things going out the way I'm going. I was a rebel then, now I just get along. And I put on the right face, I walk in the right shoes. I ain't losing anymore, and I can fly, but you get me sentimental. Now that I can die without your love on love. I was a rebel then, now I just get along. I was a rebel then, now I just get along. Too many things going out the way I'm going. I was a rebel then, now I just get along. And I know I can't go back, I can't go back, I can't go back the way it was. And I know I can't go back, I can't go back, I can't go back the way it was. And I know I can't go back, I can't go back, I can't go back the way it was. And I know I can't go back, I can't go back, I can't go back the way it was. I was a rebel then, now I just get along. I was a rebel then, now I just get along. Too many things going out the way I'm going. I was a rebel then, now I just get along.
All right. Hey, we've got Blue Cactus with us on Red Barn Radio this evening for part 2 of our Super Wednesday two for one deal. So glad you guys are with us, and wow, I'm really digging the music.
Thank you. Yeah, we're so glad to be here.
Yeah, and your first time in Kentucky. I didn't realize that in our correspondence that you'd never even been, you've been here to
Been
the
here,
state,
but
just
yeah.
not with your instruments
Yeah.
and performing.
Mm-hmm.
Huh. And so where are you from in North Carolina?
I grew up in western North Carolina, in a really small town called Catawba. Around there, yeah, it's between Statesville and Hickory, if anybody knows that. It's in the foothills. You can see the mountains, but yeah, you don't get all the snow and stuff.
So is Hickory near where is Merlefest near Hickory or no? Am I in the wrong part of the
It's not
state?
too far. It's in Wilkesboro, so yeah,
Okay.
it's kind of around that area.
Yeah, okay, all right. Yeah, and Mario, you're from Florida,
Mm-hmm.
but you're a North Carolina transplant.
Yeah, I grew up there and got my degree there and everything, and that was enough time.
Raleigh, Durham, or
Down in South Florida.
Got you. So you
yeah.
got your degree.
I was down there for a little over 20 years, and it
Oh,
was time to
Yeah, right.
change things up at that point.
And then it was then that the two of you met playing in a band together. Is that right?
Yeah, we have a really good mutual friend to thank for that. Omar Ruiz Lopez. He's also a musician and just a very outgoing guy too. I met him first. He was living in Chapel Hill, and he's a really phenomenal fiddle player, especially. And that's what we were doing together. He was playing fiddle, and the band we had at the onset of all this, it was called Steph, Stewart, and the Boyfriends, and it was just
All right.
a little string band all around one mic, and he just kept bugging you, I think, to get out of Florida, right? He knew where you needed to be.
Yeah, if we're talking chronology here, I knew Omar first in college.
That's true.
We were playing music first, and then Omar moved up to the Chapel Hill area, started playing with Steph, and then we were still in touch, and then eventually I decided to move up to that area and play some music, and lo and behold, within 2 weeks or so of moving up, we were playing together.
Oh, all right.
Yeah.
Yep.
And so this was old time. When you say string band music, I think sort of old time Appalachian mountain music.
Yeah, definitely rooted in that kind of trad stuff too, like Americana. We've never really played by the rules. We just like to take them and move them around. So it wasn't straight up old time, but yeah.
What was the instrumentation?
Fiddle, upright bass. I was playing acoustic guitar and clawhammer banjo some, and
And I was doing a lot of mandolin and archtop guitar and acoustic
sure.
guitar.
Yeah, right. So
Not-
the
not-
old timey.
not
vibe.
electric.
Right, right. Where'd you learn to play clawhammer, Steph?
a lot
you
of
know?
different ways. I mean, yeah, I'm trying to remember if I took like a couple of lessons, but really I had a DVD that was pretty helpful. And yeah, just the internet, just listening to music.
Yeah.
I still can't really get the drop thumb thing down, so I probably need more lessons.
It's really hard.
Yeah.
That bum diddy thing
Yeah.
that they always try to teach you in the YouTube lessons. I've been there and failed.
Yeah, they make it look really easy, but it feels really hard for my thumb. I don't know.
Yeah, but it's such a great, that percussive sort of droney sound is just so appealing.
Yeah.
I love it. So I wonder if you all might each sort of tell us if you can reflect a little bit on some of your first encounters with music, when you first felt the power of it, that it could have on you personally. Can you think about that a little bit?
Yeah.
Out loud?
I grew up actually singing karaoke with my family. And listening to music with my family too, but I really loved karaoke. I was a kid in the 90s, so Star Search was kind of the talent show at the time. And I had really big dreams of being on Star Search. It didn't happen, unfortunately. And I also loved Leanne Rimes, and I thought, yes, I'm going to be like a child prodigy, and But anyway, I loved karaoke, and my family and I would go to the Dragon Palace about every Wednesday night, I think, and we'd all sing different songs, and I just got a little taste of like people like believing in what I was doing and thinking I was good at it, and I loved being in the spotlight from like the time I was a kid, just doing the karaoke thing.
Yeah, but what you're doing now is, we're taking a leap here, but what you're doing right now is so much larger than being on a voice show. When I when I think of those voice shows, I'm sorry, but it just sometimes when you get these young people who've been promised this potential for this career that's going to be joyful and fulfilling, and it's neither. And you get other palookas who show up on that show and all they know how to do is one song.
Yeah, I do think it worked out for the best. At the time when I was 7 years old, I really wanted it, but yeah. Yeah,
I'm thankful for you that it
Thanks.
Didn't work out that way.
You got to dream, you got to dream somewhere.
Yeah,
Even when
right.
you're a
That's,
kid.
yeah, I think that's where it started for me anyways.
Yeah, well, that's important, right? That you sort of that if the show for you was sort of inspiring and, made you think think big about music, then great.
Yeah.
I should just shut up. Yeah, and what about you? As in your earliest sort of reflections on the power of music for you, for your ears, for your brain, for your heart.
Yeah, I can say just growing up, there were various little things of, you know, a lot of big, quick aha moments, like having an after-school guitar program or something where I didn't know what I was doing at all, but I could see one person was doing it, you know, they were making it happen. I'm like, oh, that's really great. And that, and also my mom was a media specialist at an elementary school, and so she had access to the tape recorder, tape player, you know those things. Just the all-in-one. It's in a case and everything. Great little piece of gear. And so I had access to one of those pretty regularly, and I don't know, she got me. There were just different tapes at different times, and I really spun the heck out of a Beach Boys tape that was, I think I got hooked on Sleep John B. You know, you can just play it over and over again.
Yeah, right.
And yeah.
So elementary school, it was that far back.
Yeah, I remember it being a fixation for sure, of like not really knowing, you know, anything about anything, but I have those distinct memories of it being something I latched onto. You know, there were some things like I wanted to trace cartoons. You know, I think there was just some creative impulse was just kind of flailing around trying to figure out something, and there was definitely some stuff with playing one song over and over again.
Yeah,
that I remember.
That's interesting observation.
Yeah.
And then going to your teen years, then. So when you got to be a little bit older, a little more independent, and
yeah, well, I wanted an electric guitar, of course. At a certain point, I mean, you know, you just saw like the cool person on TV was like looking really cool with the guitar, and so I wanted that. And my parents, who had some music education growing up, they insisted that I had to get lessons if I were going to get a guitar. I had to get a little discipline drilled in, and
oh boy,
yeah, it was. It ended up working out. It might have been a little drag for me for a little bit, but I had a pretty great teacher who gave me a lot of important things to help learn the instrument.
This is a teacher in high school, or earlier than that?
Yeah, it was only in high school that I really started getting serious about playing. Yeah, I didn't really start until high school, I would say. That another friend like knew the riff to Inagata Davida, you know.
Good one.
So that goes a long way, right?
Absolutely, right.
And then
Like Smoke on the Water.
Oh
Same
yeah,
thing, right.
huge.
Intricate. Yeah, and then what about you, Steph? Then so later on into your teen years and into high school.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I kind of, you know, moved away from karaoke a little bit at that point. Similar to Mario, I suppose. I started learning guitar. I grew up in a really small town, and you know, a lot of my friends who knew how to play guitar, you know, they were all guys, and we sort of tried to have bands, and I wanted to sing, and they just wanted to do Sublime covers. And I was writing music at that time, you know, and I really wanted to play my own songs, and I was really into like Sarah McLachlan and Jewel and all of the Lilith Fair stuff. So I wanted to play those songs. So anyway, I was like, well, I think I'm just going to have to learn guitar. So yeah, I borrowed a neighbor's guitar for a little while and just started learning how to play everything the wrong way because I didn't have a teacher. But it works out for me. I have my own ways.
Yeah.
Mario comes around and shows me the other ways. But yeah, that was kind of my gateway. And then, you know, similarly, when I sort of proved that I was going to stick with it, my parents got me a nicer guitar, I think as a Christmas gift. And that was my guitar for a while. Yeah.
It's a nice one you have right there.
Yeah, this one I got for myself eventually. This is, yeah. But I'm lucky. They've been really supportive. Both of us have had really supportive families. Even in high school, I would go to, I guess I switched from karaoke to open mic nights. I would go to the open mic night at our coffee shop in Hickory, which was still like a 25, 30-minute drive. And my parents let me do that on a Wednesday night, on a school night. I'd get home at like 10, 11 at night. And yeah, it was really formative for me to like be on stage playing my music at that age.
Well, yeah, that's terrific. I'm talking with Mario Arnez and Steph Stewart. They are Blue Cactus. They're from North Carolina. They're here on Red Barn Radio. We've got more conversation to go and a lot more music. Let's welcome back Blue Cactus.
Thanks. All right, y'all, we're going to play a new one. I think I've just been thinking a lot about how bizarre it is that there are, people with billions of dollars who would rather spend money figuring out how to make another planet livable than making our own planet better, and all kinds of crazy things like that, and the heavy news that we seemingly are constantly bombarded with. And so this song kind of wrote itself. It's going to be on a new record that comes out maybe next year, we'll see, but it's called Believer. Contrails cutting up the sky, 4,000 miles away. A tiny man in a silver can went to the stars and back again, 'cause he can. This whole world full of fever, bound to make me a believer. Into the flame, fade to nothing. Dying to feel something, something. You might be high long enough to know you won't stay gone.